Hi, whiskey lovers. Did you know more and more celebs are bumping each other into the whiskey game and creating high-quality, unique spirits? In this video, we'll explore 5 of the most popular celebrity-owned whiskey brands that make them plenty of money. From Conor McGregor's Irish whiskey to Matthew McConaughey's Mesquite Bourbon, before we dive into the list, pour another glass and hit the subscribe button to learn everything about whiskey. Now let us bring to your knowledge the celebrities in the department of soul-warming spirits. Celebrities and whiskey have always had a close relationship. While some famous faces endorse existing whiskey brands, others have worked on curating their own brands for the consumers to have a fine taste. First up, we have Liev Schreiber's Sláinte Irish whiskey. Sláinte, launched in September of 2022, is the new kid on the celebrity-owned whiskey block. Co-founded by actor Liev Schreiber and drink industry expert Richard Davies, this Irish whiskey is aged in American bourbon oak barrels and finished in sherry casks. Sláinte means good health, but with a more genuine meaning of good wishes behind it. Sláinte is a mantra of hope shared among the group of friends. It is a toast to bring people back together. The Don't Look Up actor describes his whiskey brand as purpose-led. Liev explains that since he was legally allowed to consume hard drinks, he had had the fetish of getting into the business of whiskey. Now, doing it the right way, the actor has grown his brand of whiskey, which is not only just a catchphrase, but also donates funds from his debut whiskey to humanitarian crises. This whiskey has rum-like qualities, perfect for a banana Manhattan. This whiskey has hints of caramel and banana to its taste. This whiskey is triple distilled to leave its consumers with a smooth, lingering taste on their lips and make hearts connect. It is a multi-award bagger even since it made its debut in 2 forms of packages. The 18-year-old single malt whiskey, a limited edition, is sold for $500 a bottle, with 100% of its revenue being directed towards the Charity for War-Torn Nations. The other package is a smooth blend which markets itself at a price of $38 per bottle. Liev says he had a say on the taste for formulating the Sláinte with audience preference in his mind, while it was blended for him to showcase in the marketplace. This fine whiskey has for sure rung bells in the short span of its debut and has been growing ever since. Next up, we have Conor McGregor's Proper 12 Irish whiskey. The Proper 12 Irish whiskey bottles have a classic pub feel with their green hue giving them a hint of mystery. This Irish whiskey is a perfect blend of golden grain and single malt. The aroma reminds you of a candle you would generally light in your home during the fall season. When it comes to the taste, the hint of honey sweetness and notes of vanilla will let you experience the unique flavor of toasted wood. Smooth is fast. Just as Conor is smooth and fast in his MMA fights, he has blended the same form for his whiskey. Years in the making, Proper 12 has been made out of pure spring water and pays its homage to the brotherhood, loyalty, and hard work of its founders. Launched in September 2018, the first lot of production was sold out in the first 2 weeks of its launch, making Proper 12 a profitable business. The whiskey brand has contributed toward making the celebrity a multi-millionaire. As part of the brand's One for All initiative, for every case sold of Proper 12, the company donates $5 to local community first responder organizations in the state or county of the sale. The specially curated whiskey brand is extensively promoted by the star McGregor on his social media accounts and also has an Instagram page for itself with the name Proper Whiskey. And at just $35 a bottle, it's a great choice for those who want to explore the world of whiskey. So if you want to get your hands onto proper whiskey, this is the one. Moving on to number 3, we have David Beckham's Haig Club Clubman. Clubman is a single-grain Scotch made in Scotland and is aged in upcycled American bourbon casks. Clubman by Haig Club is owned by the House of Haig, and part of the ownership is the former football player David Beckham. This whiskey is for those who are new to the whiskey scene and has a light amber color with notes of butterscotch. They say it is best enjoyed in solitude with a cube of ice. While the finish is a bit fiery, the brand recently launched a new line of canned cocktails, making it a great mixer. Going back in time, Haig Club rooted back its origins in 1627, the period of our forefathers. Make your own rules. Haig Club is here to break all rules defined by people and bring you the perfect blend of grains from 3 cask types. Clubman with David Beckham as its face is a smooth, stylish, and sophisticated whiskey with a pleasant, fruity aroma. The whiskey has a vanilla taste with a faint background of burnt wood. It is an unfiltered, single-grain Scotch whiskey which earns millions of dollars for the football sensation. Next in line we have Matthew McConaughey's Wild Turkey Longbranch Bourbon. Longbranch Bourbon is a small batch Kentucky bourbon with a twist, mesquite from Texas. Reflecting on McConaughey's southern roots, this whiskey has a spicy cinnamon aroma and acidic afterburn, making it a great choice for a citrusy cocktail or neat. With a vanilla aroma, the whiskey has floral citrus hints to its taste with a finish of caramel and spice. To honor Mr. All Right, we conducted a dramatic reading of his original brand quote. "The sun never sets if your mind is on the horizon, and sometimes a what if can become a that's it. This is the Kentucky straight bourbon for that." Under the influence of alcohol, our brains break. In 2016, Matthew McConaughey was chosen to be the brand ambassador of the brand Wild Turkey. The whiskey is made up of 75% corn, 12% malted barley, and 13% rye, and has been aged for almost 8 years to bring you one of the finest whiskeys you'll ever gulp down your throat. The endorsement definitely builds millions, if not bucks, for the star. However, Matthew stepped down as the brand ambassador for Wild Turkey last year. The Longbranch bottle still consists of his signature on its label. The whiskey has also been awarded multiple times with the following recognitions. In 2020, it had the gold, as well as 94 points from the New York International Spirits Competition. Then again in 2020, another double gold from the San Francisco World Spirits Competition. And lastly, once more in 2020, it got 90 points from the Beverage Tasting Institute. Last but not least, there is the Lagavulin Offerman Edition Charred Oak Cask. The Charred Oak Cask is bottled at a bold 92 proof. This release features a classic quote from actor Nick Offerman, who has been a longtime fan of Lagavulin. If you're a fan of the brand's collaborations with Offerman, you won't want to miss this latest release. With a quote that reads, "I have traveled the world and sampled many attempts at pleasing nectars, but it is solely this distillation of Islay, a tiny charismatic Scottish ale that has been claimed by the palate, yea, and my heart into the bargain. You can expect nothing but pure whiskey magic in every sip." Get your hands on this must-try whiskey before it's gone. Drinking a glass of whiskey sip by sip in a chair to quench humanity's thirst, this whiskey has been aged for 11 years and is a limited edition. The taste of this whiskey combines intense peat and charred woods with roasted coffee, sweet caramel notes from Guinness casks, and dark chocolate. This fine whiskey is a mainstream limited edition. It's better to use this beauty while it is still available. These celebrity-owned whiskey brands show that celebs can bring something unique to the whiskey world. While some celebrities use the funding of their whiskey brand to increase their income, some put their heart and funding into developing their personalized whiskey brands for the public at large. So whether you're a whiskey connoisseur or new to the world of spirits, be sure to try these celebrity-owned whiskey brands and see what sets them apart. Thanks for watching, guys. Before you pour another delicious glass, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. See you next time. Cheers!